Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel RT Biology, and today I am going to discuss about the multiple choice question based on the sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Okay, so let us start. How many plants in the list given below have marginal placentation? Mustard, cram, tulip, asparagus, arhar, sunhap, chili, colchium, onion, mung, peat, tobacco, lupin. Answer is B. Option B is right answer 5. Second question, what is the function of germ pore? Answer is the initiation of pollen tube. Plants with ovaries have only one or a few ovules are generally pollinated by. Correct answer is B. Option A is correct answer. Which of the following statement is wrong? Pollen grain in some plants remain viable for months. Even in the absence of pollinating agents, seed setting is assured in. Answer is D. Fig. An organic substance that can withstand environmental extremes and cannot be degraded by an enzyme is sporopollenin. Both autogamy and geitonogamy are prevented in A. Papaya. Scilla, Ginella and Salvinia are considered to represent a significant step towards the evolution of seeds habit because female gametophyte lacks argyconia. Option B is correct answer. In angiosperm, functional megaspore develops into pollen sac. Answer. Wind pollination is common in lilies. Which of the following pollination is autogamous? Answer is A. Geitonogamy. Nuclear polyembryo is reported in species of Brassica. What would be the number of chromosomes of the aleuron cells of plant with 42 chromosomes in the root tip cells is 42. Filiform apparatus is a characteristic feature of A. Zygote. Transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma of another flowers of the same plant is called axinogamy. Wind pollinated flowers are small, produce large number of pollen grains. C is the correct answer. The scatulum observed in a grain of wheat or maize is comparable to which part of the seeds of other monocotyledons? Endosperm. Apomytic embryos in citrus arise from B. Synergids. In a unilocular ovary with a single ovule, the placentation is marginal. B is the correct answer. Unisexuality of flowers prevent autogamy but not geitonogamy. Which one of the following pair plant structures has haploid number of chromosomes? एक nucleus and secondary nucleus. What does the filiform apparatus do the entrance into the vacuole? It brings about the opening of pollen tube. C is the correct answer. Which of the following is resistant to enzyme Xn? Pollen exine. C is the correct answer. Endosperm is completely consumed by the developing embryo in the seeds of custard. B is the correct answer. Which of the following is surrounded by cellulose wall? A is the correct answer. Male gamete. Male gamete in angiosperms are formed by the division of generative cell. The arrangement of the nuclei in normal embryo sac in the dicot plant is 3 plus 2 plus 3. A is the correct answer. In a cereal grain, the single cotyledon of the embryo is represented by coleptile. In a type of apomaxis known as a adventative embryony, embryos develop directly from the nucellus or integuments. Nucellus or integuments. Through which cell of the embryo sac does the pollen tube enter the embryo sac? Between one synergid and central cell. Which one of the following represent an ovule where the embryo sac become horseshoe shaped and the funicles and micropyle are also close to each other? Arthropus. D is the correct answer. Anthesis is a phenomena which refers to a development of embryo. An ovule which becomes curved so that nucellus and embryo sac lie at a right angles of the funicle is hemitropus. An interesting modification of flower shape for insect pollination occur in some orchards in which a male insect mistakes the patterns on the orchard's flowers for the female of his species and tries to copulate with it, thereby pollinating the flower, and this phenomena is called as pseudocopulation. Answer C is the correct answer. The pollen grains of a tetraploid that brings about fertilization in a diploid plant, the endosperms of the seed will be tetraploid. C is the correct answer. In a flowering plant, argeosporium gives rise to a whorl and the tapetum. Long ribbon-like pollen grains are seen in some gymnosperms. Which of the following statement is wrong? No enzyme can degrade sporopollenin. Which of the following would not lead to the formation of clones? Double fertilization. In a flowering plant, pollen tube arrives in synergid. The egg apparatus comprises of angiosperms, an egg cell and two antipodal cells. Which of the following wall layers of anthers plays a predominant role in its dehiscence? Endothelium. Double fertilization is the process plant that involves syngamy and triple fusion. At the time, 44 questions. At the time of seeding, the number of nuclei present in an angiosperm pollen grain is 2 by 3. Second. 2 by 3. One advantage of cleistogamy is seed set is not dependent on pollinators. C is the correct answer. Nuclear endosperm has first division followed by valve formation and then free nuclear. Tapetum is nutritive. What will be the gametic chromosome number of plant if somatic cells have 40 chromosomes? 20. This is the correct answer. Assertion: 7-celled 8-nucleate monosporic embryo sac is called polygonum type of embryo sac. Reason is that it was discovered by Hofmeister in polygonum. Which answer is correct in this? Answer A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. The plant part which contain two generations, one within the other, is unfertilized ovule. Which one of the following groups of genera of plant is pollinated by the same agency? Fucus, Cagelia and Cossierina. Double fertilization involves fertilization of the egg and the central cell by two sperms brought by the two different pollen tubes. Assertion A. Insect visit flowers to gather nectar. Reason is the attraction of flowers prevent the insect from damaging other parts of the plants. Both A and R true, and R is the correct explanation of A. A is the correct answer. The pollen tube usually enters the embryo sac through by knocking off the antipodal cell. Pollen grains are able to withstand extremes of temperature dissociation because their exine is composed of sporopollenin. In some organisms, karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis, as a result of which multinucleate condition arise and leading to the formation of syncytemic, and the perfect example for this is appearance of a furrow in a cell membrane. In some plants, anther and stigma grow and mature at the same time, and this phenomena is known as syngamy. Insect pollinated flowers are characterized by sticky and rough pollen. B is the correct answer. Which of the following floral parts of the parts forms pericarp after fertilization? Ovary wall. C is the correct answer. Pericarp is formed from the ovary wall. Pollination by insect is called anemophily. In a flowering plant, megaspores developed into an embryo sac which contain 4 cells, one of which is an egg. In a cycas, pollination occurs at dash-celled stage 1. If the number of chromosome in the egg cell is 8, what is the number of chromosome in its endosperm? 12. Ruminate endosperm is found in seeds of Astraeasis. Astraeasis is the correct answer. Male gametophyte of angiosperm is reduced to 2 cell. Is reduced to 2 cell. During the formation of embryo sac, the functional megaspore undergoes 3 mitotic division. Abyss body are secreted by endothecium. One of the most resistant biological material is lignocellulose. The moment of pollen tube is called thermonesty. Which of the plant products is the strongest? Sporopollen. Sporopollenine. Rapi is a dash. Rapi is a funicle attached to the ovule. This is the correct answer. The large nucleus in the pollen grain is the generative nucleus. Exenia refers to the both effect of pollen on endosperm or effect of embryo on sperm. Both A and B correct answer. How many microspore mother cell produce 128 microspores in 80 angiosperms? 64. When the pollen tubes enter the ovule through the micropyle, the process is called mesogamy. When the male gametes of the plants are carried to the ovule in a pollen tube, the phenomena is called sphinogamy. Nuclear embryo is apomictic haploid. The tegmen of the seeds develops outer integuments. The point of attachment of the funicles is known as micropyle. Haploid cells that divides by mitosis to form the embryo sac is megaspore. Cell sterility is a term applied when Cell sterility is a term applied when both pollen and ovule are sterile. Which of the following plant has pollen grains that lack exine? Vallisneria. In a flowering plant, a mature male gametophyte is derived from pollen mother cell by pollen. In a flowering plant, a mature male gametophyte is derived from pollen mother cell by, answer is 1 meiotic and 2 mitotic division. When the vegetative cells of the ovule form embryos, and the phenomena is called identative polyembryo. In angiosperm, pollen tubes liberate their male gametes into one of the synergids. Which type of association is found in Thermophilus flower and its pollinating agent is mutualism. The correct match for a double part of the fruit is guava perica with thalamus fused. In a banana, the edible part is rudiment, endocarp and fleshy mesocarp. And option D is correct answer. Egg apparatus of an angiosperm consists of egg cell and 2 synergids. Now next, embryo sac is an ovule. Embryo sac is to ovule as dash is to as anther. Pollen grain. C is the answer. Correct answer. Pollen grain. In a typical complete bisexual hypogynous flower, the arrangement of floral holes on the thalamus from the outermost to the innermost is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. A dicotyledons plant bears flowers but never produce fruits and seeds. The most probable cause for the above situation is plant is dioecious and bears only staminate flower. This is D is the correct answer. The outermost and innermost wall layer of a microsporangium in anthers are respectively is epidermis and tapetum. During microsporogenesis, meiosis occur in megaspore mother cell. Microspores mother cell. From among the sets of terms given below, identify those that are associated with the gynoecium. Answer is stigma, ovule, embryo sac and placenta. Starting from the innermost part, the correct sequence of parts in an ovule are innermost part and the correct sequence of part in an ovule are egg, embryo sac, nucellus and integuments. B is the correct answer. From the statement given below, choose the option that are true for a typical female gametophyte of a flower plant is here. C is the correct answer 1 and 2. It is 8 nucleate and 7 celled at maturity and it is a free nuclear during the development. So C is the correct answer. Autogamy can occur in chasmogamous flower is both pollen and ovules mature simultaneously. Choose the correct statement from the following. Dioecious plant. Choose the correct statement from the following. Clistogamous flower always exhibits autogamy. This is A is the correct answer. Particular species of plant produce light, non-sticky pollen in large number and stigmas are long and feathery, and this modification facilitates the pollination by wind. From among the situation given below, choose the one that prevents both autogamy and geitonogamy. Dioecious plant bearing only male or female flowers. In a fertilized embryo sac, the haploid, diploid, and triploid structures are synergid, zygote, and primary endosperm. In an embryo sac, the cells are degenerate after fertilizations are synergids and antipodal cells. Both are degenerate after the fertilization. While planning for the artificial hybridization program involving dioecious, which of the following steps would not be relevant? Emasculation is not relevant for this. In the embryos of a typical dicot, grass and true homologous structure, cotyledons and scutellum. C is the correct answer. The phenomena observed in some plants wherein parts of sexual apparatus is used for forming embryos without fertilization is called apomixis. In a flower, if the megaspore mother cell forms megaspores without undergoing meiosis, and if one of the megaspores develop into an embryo sac, its nuclei would be diploid. The phenomena wherein the ovary develops into a fruit without fertilization is parthenocarpy. Okay. So in this video, we will discuss that 109 questions related to the chapter 2, sexual reproduction in flowering plant. And this question is very important. All this question is very important for the all competitive exams and all competitive exams. Okay. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get all new updates. And if you like this video, please press the hit like button and share it with all friends. And in next video, we will discuss more multiple choice questions related to chapter 2, sexual reproduction in flowering plant. And thank you so much.